Hey, everybody, friendly neighborhood Glenn here, and I'm here with the continuing story of how you guys can empower your businesses over the next year or so to be more successful. Now, remember, I'm talking a lot about how you might be able to increase profitability in your operations. What about your investment portfolio? What about if you could turn that land into cash and still have your operating company? Well, I got ourselves Mr. Andrew Broad, Managing Director of RobertDouglas here, who's helped be instrumental in this kind of financing with our friends over at Zell Capital Partners. Andrew, I got to ask you, what intrigues you about this particular type of financing for hotel owners and operators, and why?
I think it's very simple. The sale-leaseback structure allows you to pull more cash out of your property versus simply a refinance. And unlike a sale, you have an opportunity to own the future upside, future cash flows of your hotel.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool that you could keep that cash flow and you're able to cash out the value through a sale of the land, but not that operating company. So you can take all of that money that you get, invest it elsewhere, or I guess even invest it into your business in order to make that operating company more profitable over time. But there's also a really cool thing that if you are successful, you can actually buy back your property. That's a pretty cool little thing right there, Andrew.
Yeah, I think it is, and again, not every landlord, if you will afford this option, but there are some groups that will allow you to put a repurchase option into the lease at a predetermined number in the future for a period of time. So again, if you excel in your property and your operating co does a great job and improves the value of that asset, there's a path back to fee and there's a path back to the incremental value.
All right, last question for you. You'd mentioned in an offline conversation about how this creates debt and equity in a one-stop shop. That intrigues me because a lot of hoteliers out there are having to go look for an alternate set of financing for their mezzanine financing or their preferred equity. How does that work?
Again, if you're in the need of pref or mezz, it's probably because the first mortgage market is not getting to proceeds that you need. The sale-leaseback, again, is sort of like a stretch senior or a first plus a mezzanine or pref equity slug of capital all in one. So, again, for example, if the lenders on a deal are getting to 12 million, the sale-leaseback buyers might get to 16 to 18 million, unlocking additional equity that's already sitting in your property.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Andrew, thanks so much for clearing that up. I think that's really super interesting. And for all of you out there, I highly recommend you working with my partners over at Zell Capital Partners. They're doing a great job. They're going to take you through this entire process and tell you how you could build value by doing a sale-leaseback strategy. Remember, if it's good enough for the massive casino resorts in Las Vegas, it's probably a good idea for you. I'm Glenn Hausman. Thanks so much for watching.